One of the nicest things to do with wire and tape is to make text. I absolutely love doing text. I'll just show you quickly how to do some lettering. You can start with some wire, and so you can, what I love, if you just do like a W, say, out of one length of wire, it just looks rubbish. But if you do it bubble, it just makes it into something else. So you can either do it with your fingers, because this wire is so soft, you can just make it work. So you see it, can you see that I've got a rough W, like that. If you've got access to a pair of pointed pliers, you can get really sharp corners, and you can just make it. You can make the lettering much smaller with a pair of pointed pliers, so you can see the difference. I'll carry on with the one I did with my hands, because you don't actually need pliers. So I get it like that with a broad outline till I'm happy with that, and then you can sort of join it together with tape, and not forgetting that you need to do the overlapping, you know, when you make a join. But once it's all together, you can then use the tape as a surface and just build up the surface. So you're just putting loads of bits of tape, and you just keep going madly until you actually get a silver W. And if you do it just one side, you'll catch flies, because it'll be sticky the other side. So you need to make sure you test with your finger to make sure you're getting the back side silvered as well, as you'll catch flies, because the flies will sit on it and then be stuck. So you start getting a nice W. You take the wire that's at the back and have it at the back, and you run it through to the next letter. So you'd put the H in here, and so you'd make the H, and then you could attach it in, and then it would all hold together. And what would be nice to do is to do WHY, and you could put it on a stand. I don't know why you do that, but it'd be a nice thing to do. So what I'll do is I'll just make another letter. I'll just make an H, and I'll add that in just to show you. So you make the shape of your letter with your hands, and with the same way you can bubble it by putting silver tape on, and you can join it as well. And this is when you start realising how one of these tape racks, you just wouldn't do it unless you could have loads and loads of bits of tape. You'd give up, but with the tape it just makes it work. So I've got an H, so I want to join it together. I might bend this one up and around. So the reason I bent it up is because if you just join one overlap, if I even tape that loads and loads of tape, it would twist. But if I put a kink in it, do you see how I've gone round a corner? When it's taped on, it's going round a corner and it doesn't twist. It sort of locks it. And that's quite a good technique in a lot of making if you don't want things to move about, is to go round a corner. Very simple, but it just is amazing what a difference it makes to the build. And then you can see how strong it is. So I'm going to make a quick simple stand. A really good way of doing it is to have 7 lengths. If you have seven circles, they make a sort of solid. So if I want to make a solid rod, 7 is a good number because they work, but they all feed in. So if I just put a bit of tape round, it makes a solid full rod, and it's brilliant for a stand. And it's a nice little technique what I'm doing there. If I start on the corner, if I want a really strong tape, and then just spiral it in, and it just makes a fantastic join. And if I want to make the legs, so I want a 3-legged stand because they stand up really well. So I'm going to pull 3 of those out, and then just quickly by eye come in. So that's my 3 legs, and I might just then tape those off. Can you see I'm going to tape that up? So I need an overlap and join it on. So the first one doesn't matter, but the second one I need to try and make it so that I'm going to make it a bit smaller so you can get the 3 feet relatively separated. See me overlap? Just tape on it. And then the last leg, I'm going to pull it up so that they need an overlap, bend and overlap. And that's the basis of a stand. Now all the ones that are hanging out the bottom, you can just come up and make it stronger. So you go across randomly, get some tape on it, and it always overlapping as I go. Some people don't like doing the overlapping, but it's just such a good way because it works. Some things just work. And then this one, number the 3rd leg. You can see me nice 3 legs. I've still got one here. This needs to come up, but I can do that another time. And then if you need to bend them down, and then that stands up on its own, you just have to adjust it. And then if you pick your Y up, you can just then attach the Y, and you've got a beautiful stand with a bit of text on. But at the top, do you remember I was talking about if you just put it on not going around around a corner, it will just wibble, which is all right. But if you want it really nice, you can bend a couple of those round, and if you take the Y around the bends, it locks it in. It's back to, and it just has this lovely effect of locking it all together. And I still have to fill all the letters in.